Hello, this is Luigi Madonna, and yeah, I am DJ and producer since a long time actually. I'm 40 years old almost, and I started when I was 12 years old, so a very long time ago in the 96. I get into music when I was very young because there were a club in Caserta, the city where I come from, actually Marcianise, which is a small city close to Caserta and close to Napoli. So there were this club that were doing a Sunday evening party for young people, like me was in that time. And that was the first time I saw the DJ figure in my life. And since I saw that, and I thought like how we can manage all those people and make them happy and dancing. I like that, so I will do it. And then here we are. I'm first DJ. I started in the 96, as I told you, and producing in 2004 I started. But first release came out, I think, 2009 on Loose Record, the historical record from Rino Cerone that sadly he passed away last week. Yeah, he was our big mentor. So I have goosebumps now. Sorry. Yeah, this was my first record, and he was the first guy that told me, you're gonna do something good in the future. So that's where I come from, and that's it. During my life, I started with the house music. So I started to be DJ when I was young. My first records were house music. Just in 2003, 2004, I discovered a bit more of electronic music, and so I developed my style more into that. It was in the beginning more minimal techno, and then it became more techno. In the latest years before COVID, I used to work a lot with Drumcode. And I made a lot of tracks for Adam Beyer. And yeah, that style at the moment is, it was, I think, a moment, a part of our cycle of the music. And yeah, definitely now I'm a bit far away from that sounds, which is, I told you, is more groovy and hypnotic and raw. Yeah. Hi guys, this is Luigi Madonna, and I have just made a masterclass for Seinen. We're gonna do two projects. One is analog, that I have made with my favorite analog gear, like modular, peak, and analog rhythm. I'm gonna arrange it, I'm gonna mix it, we're gonna have some sound design on it, some resampling on it, and the final mix. Also, I have made a digital project just with Ableton that emulates a little bit what we have done with the analog gears. We are also going through arranging, mixing, sound design. I'm gonna show you also some plugins that you can find in Ableton, like Drift or Granulator and some other features. Check it out, and I hope it's gonna be helpful and you enjoy it. The most important things, I mean, for me in the techno track is bass and kick, mostly, and of course percussion and groove, the swings and tensions. Tensions, I think, tensions are the most techno thing in the track. So this is the fundamental for me for techno music. Yeah, actually my studio routine is like almost, let's say, almost every day. So I have the studio close in my house, so I am very easy to go. And yeah, normally I work in the morning time or evening time. I don't work late night or stuff like that. I prefer to wake up and work and do my studio things, because I think that when you wake up, you have fresh mind, you have more ideas, you have more things that you can apply on creative moment in the studio. So yeah, that's my routine. So generally I go in the morning and evening, and I work almost every day. I started, I'm modular, like I bought my first maybe 6 years ago or 5 years ago. Don't actually remember. It was a techno system from Erika Synth. And I started with that. And then during pandemic, actually, I really developed this modular system in something more complex. And yeah, actually it's 5 years and you never finish to learn. I think it's always, every day it's a new chain, new idea, new word, let's say. A lot of new discover every day. That's what makes it special for me, because it's not so flat. So you can discover a lot of things day by day, and it's never-ending finish. So that's why maybe I love it. I just sold that. Yeah. Anyway, I don't remember. Yeah. It's this one. So the Roland TR8, the first one I bought, I think maybe 12 years ago, something like that. And I still have it. I never gonna sell it. And then I think I buy with it an audio interface. Yeah, the UFX, UX from I don't remember. I don't have one best pick, I have to say, but I have some. One of the best was, I think, first time at Awakenings. Was in 2014 or 13, I think. Yeah, more than 10 years ago, actually. And this was really, great for me, because I always wanted to play there. I think that Awakenings still now it's one of the best festivals you can have in a techno festival you can have in the whole world. And yeah, I remember when I was young, I really wanted to play there. And when they called me and I played the first time there, I still remember and I still have goosebumps. And another club which is really important for me is Old River Club, Old River Park, which was in my city in Caserta, where I was yeah, just starting my career. Where there we were playing me, Rino Cerone, Marc Antonio, Joseph Capriati, Gaetano Parisio, all the Neapolitan's monuments of techno. And yeah, this was one of, I think every party there were so good, and this is part of my career now and my life. So Old River Park and Awakenings. Oh my gosh, I don't remember. Maybe, yeah, now I remember. One worst experience was my first time in Colombia. That actually, it's not because it was Colombia. I really love Colombia, but was just not the right promoter. I had a lot of trouble with the driving, with the hotel, and a lot of delays. And I had to stay one day in the airport. He did a show up, and it was a mess. The whole 3-4 days. Yeah, I don't go deep because it's better. But yeah, I remember this first time in Bogota was bad, but not because of the Colombia, because I love Colombia and I love Colombia crowd and promoters as well, because that was just the first time. After that, for 10 years, I played in Colombia in the best, and I had a lot of best times. Also at Freedom Festival, which was amazing. I played like there a few times, and yeah, but the first one was so bad. Yeah, it depends what time I flight. It depends. I prefer to flight in a comfort zone, let's say, with good timing, like evening and stuff like that. So in this case, I just wake up, I prepare my luggage and stuff. If I have to to leave early, so I do the day before. And yeah, I don't do that much when I have to go to play. I just prepare my bag and then I go to the airport, and I will enjoy the time I will spend outside and in the club. I think after COVID we had like a break, and now everything we have a little bit of techno, serious techno, let's say, groovy techno, hard groove and raw techno. And I like this scene because it's a bit smaller, but it's more pure. It's more like people coming just to listen to the music and follow the artist, instead to stay with phone in the hands. And different crowd, of course. You have, for example, this, let's say, hard techno. I don't think it's now hard techno, it's more like mixed of psytrance and hard techno and gabber and trance and some dance music, Euro stuff. It's a lot of mix. Personally, I can't say I don't like it, because I like all the music, but it's not my cup of tea. So I prefer the scene and the music I do at the moment. Which is more underground, it's more pure, and yeah, and less management. Amsterdam is a nice city, I think to live, because it's made for human. I mean, it's not so big and not so small. You can have everything. You have big airport. I can easily speak in English. My Dutch is a little bit better, and it's very quiet at the end. So also I feel always calm here. I feel always before to come to live here, I was coming here every time for AD or some other gigs. I felt always like, very calm in this city, because it's not so busy, even if it's so small. Everybody biking, there is a lot of respect. I like Dutch people, they are so party people and very welcome, let's say. So the only bad thing is the weather. So coming from Italy and Napoli, which is very sunny every day, it's the only maybe bad note I can say. It's just raining a lot here, but yeah, it's fine too. Yeah, I just have my label, which is brand new, let's say 1 year, 2 years old, yeah, not so much, to spread my idea of my concept and the idea of techno. So that's what I'm doing now. So just releasing a very great artist. Most of them, they work also analog, and I like to have this analog concept behind the label. I did it because I want to spread my idea and work around my idea, instead to send tracks to someone that maybe you have to adjust and it's not you 100%. So with my label I can make music 100% that it's me. Also, another thing behind the label is to release young artists as well. I really like to not push, but let's say supported, yeah, need to be, yeah. Of course, I think that young artists need to be supported, and they have to develop their sounds, their idea, and this is one important thing that I'm doing also with the label. My label is called Contempo, which means it's an abbreviation of contemporary. So I make like contempo, that also in Italian means like with tempo, something like that. So they have a lot of meaning, and I like the idea to call it contempo. It's also because it's a bit faster sound, so it's with tempo, with more tempo. I will start soon touch designer course, because I like the idea to create my own visual, and the good thing behind the software is that you can make the visuals MIDI and audio reactive. So that means that if you have some MIDI files, MIDI signals going, it can change automatically visual and stuff. So it's crazy thing I would like to learn, and maybe why not in the future to make my own live set with my own visual. So that's my plan. Hopefully I'm gonna do it soon, but let's see, just a spoiler. I felt very good and the guys were so nice. So we had a good time, and normally it's what I do every time. But with the cameras and lights and everything, and the thing is that I'm spreading my knowledge with someone else, and hopefully it's gonna be helpful for them. This is the idea like behind the masterclass. So you just spread your knowledge with people that just want to learn something. I think it's really important to learn every time. So I started Modular like 5 years ago, just because I want to learn something else apart of the digital, and Ableton workflow. So I want to develop it like just as a personal knowledge, so how to develop in the music more than I am. I hope it's gonna be helpful for you, and you're gonna enjoy the master classes. So go to check it out on the website on Seinen, and yeah, see you there.